You've heard the debate. Debt snowball versus debt avalanche. One says focus on the smallest balance first. The other says attack the highest interest rate. But which one actually works in the real world? I spent the last 30 days running a live experiment. I took a $10,000 debt portfolio and pitted these two strategies against each other side by side. The winner? It wasn't what I expected. And choosing the wrong one could be costing you thousands in interest and months of your life. I've spent years analyzing wealth-building strategies and helping people optimize their cash flow. Today, I'm stripping away the theory. In the next 10 minutes, I'm showing you the raw data from this experiment. You'll discover the exact psychological trigger that makes one method fail while the other succeeds. By the end of this video, you'll have a personalized blueprint to kill your credit card debt and finally start building passive income. Let's dive in. Let's be honest. You're doing everything right. You're working the overtime. You're skipping the vacations. But every month you open your banking app and nothing. The balance barely budges. It feels like trying to empty the ocean with a teaspoon. You've got 3, maybe 5 different balances. Different interest rates. Different due dates. It's a mental weight that doesn't turn off when you go to sleep. You know you need a system. So you start digging. You hear about the debt snowball. Then you hear about the debt avalanche. One tells you to focus on the smallest balance for a quick win. The other tells you to attack the highest interest rate to save the most money. Now you're stuck in analysis paralysis. You're so terrified of picking the wrong strategy that you're doing nothing at all. Meanwhile, the banks are winning. Every single day you hesitate, another $10, $20, or $50 in interest is tacked onto your total. It's not just about the math anymore. It's the suffocating feeling that you're trapped in a loop you can't break. But what if you didn't have to guess? What if you had a real-world answer to which path actually gets you to zero the fastest? To settle this, I ran a 30-day simulation using a typical $10,000 debt scenario. 4 cards, different balances, different interest rates. I split these into 2 identical portfolios to see which method actually moves the needle. First, let's talk about the debt snowball. The snowball is all about psychology. You ignore the interest rates completely. Instead, you list your debts from smallest balance to largest. You put every extra cent toward the smallest bill while paying the minimums on everything else. Once that first small debt is gone, you take that entire payment and roll it into the next smallest. It creates a win early on. It gives you a hit of dopamine. But is it the most efficient? Let's look at the alternative, the debt avalanche. The avalanche is for the math-driven. Here, you ignore the balance size. You list your debts by interest rate from highest to lowest. You attack the most expensive debt first. Why? Because that's the one stealing the most money from your pocket every single month. By killing the high interest rates first, you mathematically pay less over time. So here are the results of the 30-day experiment. In the first 30 days, the snowball felt better. I checked off one entire account. The psychological victory was real. But the avalanche was the silent killer. The avalanche saved me $42 more in interest in just 1 month. That doesn't sound like much, right? But project that over 2 years. We're talking hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars saved. Here is the hard truth. The avalanche is the fastest way to be debt-free. Period. But the snowball is the best way to stay debt-free. If you've struggled with consistency, the quick win of the snowball prevents you from quitting. Now, regardless of the method, you cannot do this in your head. You need a bird's-eye view of your cash flow. This is where tools like YNAB or Rocket Money become your unfair advantage. They automate the tracking so you can see exactly how much, snowball, money you actually have each month. If you're still using a mental list, you're losing money to leaks in your budget. So, which one is for you? If you're a spreadsheet person, go Avalanche. If you're feeling overwhelmed and need a win today, go Snowball. Before the big reveal, let's be real. Tracking these numbers manually is a nightmare. That's why I recommend using a tool like YNAB or Rocket Money. It automates the tracking so you can focus on the payoff. Check the link in the description to grab a trial. Now the results. Mathematically, the Avalanche method crushed it. It saved significantly more in interest over the 30 days. But there was a catch. The Snowball method created a psychological win that kept the momentum alive. Logic saves you money, but psychology stops you from quitting. The winner. For most of you, it's the Snowball. Because a plan you actually stick to is better than a perfect plan you abandon. Stop letting high interest steal your future. Pick one method and start today. If this helped, hit subscribe to join our wealth building community. Now go crush that debt.